it's time to bring back Ask Goomba, the show where you ask questions and I answer them. A concept never seen on YouTube before. Truly one of a kind. I'm glad I thought of it, really. And oh boy, we got a lot of questions this time. And say hello to the special guest, Uncle Al.
Why hello, it's me, the actual monkey's uncle.
So let's not waste any time and let's jump right in.
Ultra Director Jester asks, between Bowser's Castle and Peach's Castle, who do you think has accumulated the most health and safety violations?
Well, on one hand, Bowser has a bunch of lava pits, spiky dildos, an axe that's sole purpose seems to be to kill yourself, and there seems to be a lot of skeletons laying about too, which is, that's never a good sign. But on the other hand, Peach's Castle has a slightly uneven floor, and that's definitely a tripping hazard if you ask me, and these stairs don't even have a handrail. I mean, someone could fall and hurt themselves. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So, I'm gonna have to go with Peach's Castle, I'm afraid.
Mascarable asks, if you have unlimited use of one Mario power-up, which one would you choose?
The Super Crown. Now, before you start jumping to conclusions, I just think it looks cool, alright? I mean, what would you rather have? A crappy leaf, a flower, some fungus, or a crown? I mean, come on now. You know what? I actually have one here. I mean, no reason in particular. I just like looking at it. Oh shit!
YouTube University asks, ever feel like the pipes are closer together than they were before?
No, don't be silly. Although, now that you mention it, I think you might be onto something.
Blooper asks, out of all the games you've played for this channel, which game was your favorite, and which game was your least favorite?
Well, at the top of the list is Wario Land 3 and Donkey Kong. I don't know which is better, they're tied basically as the best Game Boy games. Worst game? It's probably Dragon Slayer on the Game Boy. The controls are ass, the level design is just a bunch of random erratic moving platforms, and you've got to do the entire game in one go and collect every single cube. The game doesn't even tell you this till you reach the very end. It's an absolute nightmare. I see a lot of people shit on the NES version, but nah, this is way worse. It's utter garbage.
Blushmaster64 asks, what's your stance on whether or not the Game Boy and Game Boy Color are different consoles or just a console revision?
I've always considered them a different console. I mean, the Game Boy Color is twice as powerful, had exclusive games, and it was obviously in color. It just seems like as big a jump as any, really. It'd be like saying the SNES isn't a new console because it builds upon the NES. I mean, whether or not Nintendo look at it that way is another thing. But to me, the Game Boy Color was the successor to the Game Boy, the same way the Game Boy Advance was to the Game Boy Color.
Sully the King asks, can you make bigger Goomba bobbleheads?
Yeah, I can do. Is this better? Look at it go. That's what you wanted, right? I mean, these are the only Goomba bobbleheads I know of anyway. You buy one, you get one free.
Bethulk asks, Goombas are perfect specimens, but if you had to be something other than a Goomba, what would it be?
Pink fairy armadillo. I mean, look at it. It is like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. It looks like a little sushi or something. How is this even a real animal? It looks like a Pokemon. Yeah, it's probably not the answer you were expecting, but come on now. I mean, just look at it.
Jonathan DeWeese asks, who's the most stylish person in the Mushroom Kingdom?
It's gotta be this guy. Look at him. He's a big chunker, and he just owns it. He's got his little fishing outfit on, and he's turned his head into a fishing rod. He's the real deal. Have you ever seen anyone look so content with life than this guy? I have never seen anyone pull off a look so good, other than, maybe this little fella.
Killer Kirby asks, what console had your favorite overall gaming library?
Well, if we're counting handhelds, it's gotta be the GBA, to the surprise of no one. It just has a great selection of games. It's like the SNES too. It just continues that era of games and improves on it. A lot of classic franchises lived on due to the GBA, whilst everything else was going 3D or dying off. So many great games, and they were released regularly too. And the third-party support was full of original games too. I really do love this thing. I think most of my fondest memories about games is from the Game Boy Advance.
Battle Axe asks, what was the origin of the joke where you kept calling Kind the Fish from Kirby a giraffe? Is it a reference or something?
I'm confused. It's not a joke. It's a giraffe. Look. I'll prove it. Google giraffe. What do you see? Go on Wikipedia. What do you see? Gaslight me all you want, but are you really gonna disagree with Wikipedia? Yeah, I don't think so. Try again, Battle Axe.
The Red Clownfish 5 asks, what's your favorite part in the Mario movie?
Minor spoilers, but it's the part where Mario is being chased by the Banzai Bill. So his plan is to lure it back into the warp pipe, which leads directly back to Brooklyn. Like, what was his plan? Nuke his own town? Out of sight, out of mind, I guess. He got lucky, it just randomly blew up for no particular reason, or he'd be a war criminal. Amazing writing.
Snorlax399 asks, what's your favorite game of all time, and why?
Alright, real talk for a moment. It's probably Klonoa Door to Phantom Isle. The game itself isn't super amazing or anything if viewed from a modern lens, it's just a solid platformer, but it was the first game I played which really made a huge impact on me. Like bro, the finale of that game is something else. I think that was the first time I've ever got emotional playing a game. It really opened my eyes to what kind of experience gaming can offer. Also, I lied earlier, the game is super amazing.
Scrat Stitch asks, how did you not get eaten by Bowser after feeding him your own shit?
I'll let you in on a little secret, alright, but promise not to tell anyone. See, that Goomba died and got replaced with me. Why do you think you look so different in the next episode? Different Goomba, mate. I got hired because I could do a good impression. So yeah, for the past few years, you've been watching a lie. I just didn't have the heart to tell anyone. Nah, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
Ngamer17 asks, what's a game you've wanted to play for a while but just never got around to it?
Pretty much any Dark Souls game. I mean, when you've been playing games as long as I have, very little offers a challenge. Cuphead? Easy mate. Meat Boy? 100%ed it. No problem. Even got Ninja Gaiden down to muscle memory. It starts to get a little samey, but everyone hypes up Dark Souls as the hardest game ever made, and I've always been curious. Perhaps this is the game to finally humble me, but still ain't got around to playing them. Not really sure where to start, to be honest.
Cardboard Box asks, Goomba, please explain how you get the ladies 100% guaranteed.
Well, I don't blame you, because no one watched the damn thing, but I actually covered this in my Urban Yeti video. See, it's quite simple. You pick up a discus and you throw it very, very hard into someone's face. Bonus points if you knock them out. I'm not sure why it works, but it works. Women love it. Trust me, they can't get enough of it.
Marshall Bland asks, how long have you been making videos for, like, in general, not just Lonely Goomba?
I just started with the Lonely Goomba videos. The first video on my channel is my first ever time editing a video. I just learnt as I went along. Probably why they suck so much. But yeah, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I mean, that's probably the best way to do it. But look at me now. Looking pretty good if I do say so myself.
Bile This Hop asks, have you played any Xenoblade Chronicles game? If not, will you ever play and review them on your channel someday?
Well, you'll be glad to know I've played them all a ton. Probably not gonna review them as they're like 100-hour-long games, but I'll give a quick summary, alright? I love the first game. X is probably my favourite RPG ever. 3 is amazing, and then there's 2. I'm one of those people who hates 2. I'm sorry, but it was kinda trash. No, well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Kotolish asks, Whomps, or Thwimps? Which would you rather hang out with?
Easy, Wimps. On the basis I stand at least a 50% chance of living if it ever crushes me. Would you want to be friends with the others? If you piss them off, they could just instantly kill you. You can't even see it coming either. You'll just see a shadow form under your feet and blammo, you're dead. And it's not even a painless death either. It'll fucking hurt. I just don't think I can deal with that pressure.
Perk 1000 asks, do you enjoy gooning?
I'm a lonely gooner, stuck between 2 pipes. Well, guess I'll watch this porno for the rest of my life.
Wee Me asks, what are your thoughts on the Paper Mario game since Sticker Star? You can tell a lot about a Goomba by his taste in Paper Mario games.
Alright, this might be controversial, but I really enjoyed Colour Splash. I felt like it fixed most of my issues with Sticker Star. The battles felt less pointless, the environments and scenarios were way more original and exciting, it had a lot of standout moments, and I just had a ton of fun with it. Now, I still don't love the direction it went, and it's still making the best of a bad situation from Sticker Star. But I can't lie, I liked it. And then there's Origami King. I loved it too. Again, controversial? I don't know, maybe. I'm just not one of those people who hate modern Paper Mario, I'm afraid. I definitely prefer the tone and direction of the original 2 games. But these are still great games in their own right. Origami King in particular. I mean, honestly, I'll put that right up there with the first 2 games. It's pretty damn good. So please form an orderly line at the dislike button, please.
Pony Lover Forever asks, if a pea balloon were to pop near you and inflate your body, would you enjoy it?
I sure hope no one figures out my barely disguised fetish. That is you right now.
Overlord Scooby asks, how do Goombas breed if they have no genitals?
Fuck me, the quality of the questions have took a turn for the worse. I mean, how do mushrooms multiply? Do you ever look at a mushroom and see a big old floppy dong? No, you don't see mushrooms fucking, and it's the same with Goombas. Goombas just grow in dark, damp conditions, just like mushrooms. Why do you think we're always so miserable?
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
TC Blue Fire asks, how did you feel about making a cameo in the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
I'm glad you brought this up because that Goomba in the cage was totally based on me, right? I mean, it almost sounded just like me.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Out of all the voices they could have chose, they chose a deep British sounding one. Come on now, but it was me. I at least deserve to be paid royalties or something. And that's it. For now, because Ask Goomba will be returning soon. Unless this video flops. Supply and demand, baby. So, if you want more Ask Goombas, keep asking them questions, and I'll keep making them. Till then, bye! And the patron of the week is Mystical Bell. Almost sounds like a new Mario power-up, actually. The Mystical Bell, I can see it now. There you go, Nintendo. That one's on the house.